You busted in on me with the shake your money maker before my ugly mug was even on the screen. Total stud. Hey now to all the rest of you. I saw all of you up in there. Hey now in Boomtown. I see John Hall, of course. I'm gonna give you some hey nows. Hey now. I see my man John Holcomb. Hey now. Who else was up in there early? Let me switch over. Oh, I see Doug up in there. Hey now. You see I'm giving you all different hey nows, right? Oh, I almost missed my man Bobby Barnett. Hey now. He was one of the first ones up in there. Okay, and for all, like, I know you got soul. Otherwise you wouldn't be up in here. Alright, let me get some background music on before I forget about it. And then we are going to kick this bad boy off. Here we go. Bang. Background music. Let me just turn that down a touch while we're... Oh, I see you too, bud. Hey now. Hey now. Okay, here's the plan. You saw the little thing there, the little video. And, yo, maybe some of you... Glenn, I see you. Hey now. Maybe some of you... Oh, and Crystal, too. I missed you, Crystal. Hey now. You got... Crystal, you got the sexy one. I didn't do that on purpose. Okay, listen. For those of you that are here that saw my story on Instagram, yo, high tech Bobby. That was my first ever Instagram story. Which, for those of you that were in here early, you saw that same video on the little opening there. Thank you, John, for giving me a heads up on the volume. But I got an order for one of those funky wobbler things, and then I got another one, so I was like, yo, let's do this in a live stream. But I haven't done one of these in like years. So I thought to myself, yo, I should probably practice so that I don't totally screw this up on good plastic. So look, here's what I'm gonna try to switch it. Oh my god, I'm so high tech, I'm gonna do it again. I love the little switch up. Okay, Chris. Hey now. Hey now. Oh yeah, the Throwing Dead. Hey now. He won a giveaway last up in here. Okay, look. So I made a practice one right here. I did this one on some F2 Champion plastic. It's see-through. It totally loses like the illusion when it spins on my turntable because the white mat that I have underneath here, the vinyl, is like totally stained with crap. So what I did was I put it on top of a white disc so we can get it spinning. Boom. Come on. How trippy is that? I love that it looks like Cogworks. Or what? I'm kind of a steampunky guy, so so you can see what we're going for. That's what these things do. This one right here on the turntable, it doesn't have a home. I'm probably gonna try to find a new home for it at some point soon. But you know, if you're one of those people that thinks, yo, I'd love to own that, and maybe throw it, or maybe just spin it on my finger, then you know, hit me up. Okay, but look, underneath that is this white Castoplast K1 Gould. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Gold, that is for my man, Chris Curtis, right? Is this Chris Curtis, this one? I think it is. I hope that he's popping up in the stream here. He said he was going to try to pop in and watch, but, you know, I'm doing this all for him. So, this is the one we're going to do. I'm going to start. Look, I'll put this back up here so we can kind of see. Always start on the outside. Obviously, you got it centered, and then we're going to start moving the disc. Ups and downs, and keep banging. Oh, my main man Alan Eckery's up in here. That one was for you, Alan. Keep on doing it. All right, I had this centered before, just so that you guys didn't have to watch me try to do it. But then I know that I knocked it off center with that disc I had on top. So I'm just gonna make sure. Yep. Okay. If that's not perfect, it's close enough. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try. I didn't make any pictures to put up on the screen this time, but I'm gonna try to do this one because the one that Chris liked was in like yellow and blue bands repeating. So I think I'm gonna stick with that vibe. Pull out sapphire blue, some chartreuse. Drop volume maybe 1 notch. Okay. See, I can follow directions. Okay. You can tell me how that is. Hey now. The hey now volume is always going to be the same, okay? So just get used to that. All right, now I'm also going to, we'll talk about this later, but I'm also going to pull out the red and maybe the iris? No, the indigo. Okay, I'm going to get the red and indigo out as well. All right, we're going to start with the blue band here on the outside. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to warn you guys in advance. Like, I'm super OCD when it comes to spin dyes. So I'm doing this for a customer. So, like, you're just going to sit through the OCD if you're here to hang out and watch me go back and forth and really let my OCD shine really bright as I work some fades into this wobbler. I'm going to start with sapphire blue from our good buddies over at Dye and Fly. Man, is that the bluest blue the blue ever blued? And I'm going to do 2 opposing fades, in and then, or up and then down, on all of them, and then do some kind of accent in the center of the 2 fades. Alright, I think that's far enough. Now comes the back and forth. I'm gonna get out my acetone, pour a quick little capful of it with the steadiest hand that I can muster. Boom. Set that little guy right there in the middle of Disguised by Emily sticker. Maybe she'll pop in tonight. Okay, and then I got these fat Q-tips here that I like to use to blend and to back a little color out, and I'm gonna blend this fade. John, you are 100% a dude. It's not like me to break out of my spin to shake it up, too. Okay, it's taking on a little shape now. Okay, used ones over here, and I'm not going to use the brush. I'm just going to stick with this Q-tip. Okay, it is not easy for me to do those slow, controlled slides going up and down. But that's the key. Real slow and controlled movement. Okay. Pretty happy with that fade. Pretty happy. Could be a little lighter at the top, but I'm over it. Now for this other one that we're gonna start going down, I like to start, at least when it's not on the very edge, with a small brush and start off a pinstripe. Like that. And then I'm gonna build my fade off of the pinstripe. More with the brush, and then we can bring the Q-tip back in. Okay. Okay, I think those are pretty close to the same size too. I totally obsess over these things. Oh, I missed a hey now in there. Hey now. One from a main man relay. Detox. Alright, now I'm going back to the acetone. I'm not even going to dip the Q-tip again. I'm just going to try to use the dye that's already in it. Didn't work. Alright, I don't know if you can see it over here on the side. No, you can't, because my face is covering it up. But every time after I dip the Q-tip, I dip it down, I dab it off on this paper towel I have over here. You don't want to bring a Q-tip that's totally soaked to the disc. It'll leave like a big blotch mark right where it hits. So I always dab it off first. Alright, a little shaky on that one. I got some spots. Oh, don't want to use that Q-tip. It's used up. Okay. I'm almost happy with it. Where'd my other Q-tip go? Alright, I guess we're getting a new one. Okay, I can dig on those two fades. All right, here's the next step. When I do my fades, I like to, sometimes I'll use black, just put like a pinstripe right on the outside edge on each side. Kind of gives it that rounded off kind of shape. Oh, my man Mark's up in here too. Hey now. Oh, and the old man Cobbers is up in here. You know he wouldn't be in here if he didn't have a soul. Okay, so like a black pinstripe on either side. It kind of gives it like a bit of drop shadow there, makes it look like it's round and under. But instead of using black, I'm gonna use this indigo, which is a much darker. And I know I'm gonna get a new brush to do it. Okay, and I'm going to pinstripe this little bad boy, bang, and bring a tiny little fade on each side of the blue fade. And it just makes it look more awesome. You know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get serious and pull out the geek glasses to make sure I nail this thing. But that means my head's gonna kind of be in the way a little bit, so deal with it. Maybe this will help.
Now I'm gonna ask for two. Can you give me two? 2 times.
Good God! Definitely helped me. All right, let's dip the brush back in, tap it off. I don't know what that little thing. Oh, it's a hair. It's one of my hairs. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I want it to be darker. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's starting to look a little better. Oh, you're gonna have to excuse me. I gotta blow my nose. These stupid glasses are pushing it out. Okay. Okay. Ha! Alright, now that is what I'm talking about. That is an indigo pinstripe that definitely stands out from the sapphire blue. And gives a hard edge to it. Now, this one I'm going to do, you're probably not going to be able to see because it's around the edge of the disc. But I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Oh yeah, that looks dope. Alright, we're getting closer and closer to making it wobble here. This first one's a little bit boring compared to the rest. But I know you wouldn't be in here if you didn't have soul.
I know you got soul. If you did, you wouldn't be in here.
Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more hits and we're done with this part. Did my man Chris Curtis get up in here? I can't read a thing with these. Okay, look, I think I see a bear bite.
Hey now.
I think I see Mark. Yeah, there's my man Mark Cummings.
Hey now.
Who else? Something with a P.
Hey now.
I can't read a thing with these, but you all got a hey now. But man, can I see right up on the edge of that. Alright, this one I'm gonna set over here. And okay. I'll close up the iris. We're done with that. Put her over here. And now comes some yellow. Which give me this guy. Yeah. Boom, just like that. Alright, and I'm gonna fit a little, like an accent pinstripe right in between these 2 blue guys. I totally obsess about trying to get that centered. I think I nailed it! Only because of these magnifying glasses, but this is just another area where my OCD likes to really shine. Okay, I got it. I think I got it. Oh, do you know what? I am gonna need that indigo still in a little bit. Okay. So, okay, boom. So we did the, oh man, I love taking these off. So we did the first round there. Let me see who it was. Oh yeah, PT Vest. Boom.
Hey now.
Yo, if you want, Ed, you get a hey now too.
Hey now.
Oh, in the chains.
Hey now.
Oh, Jordy.
Hey now.
Oh, you get one. Yo, PT Vest. Just shoot me a direct message, man. I'm getting around to fixing up the website. To all you that are like wondering what the hell's going on with the website, I'm getting around to it. Okay, it's gonna get fixed soon enough. Updated, maybe is the right thing to say. But yo, if you want a disc, hit me up. I'll hit you. Oh, am I gonna get you, John, before it even does the thing?
Shake your body, make it. Shake your body, make it.
John, you're a total stud. I don't know if you caught it, but I started dancing early on that one. Okay, now we're gonna do the next band. Okay, I'll bring back the example. So we got the outside one done. Now we're gonna do this one here. Here's how we do this action. We take it and we just slide the disc up on the turntable like that. Okay, now you can tell if you missed it how off center it is. And then we're gonna get it spinning again. Alright, and you can see that it's spinning off center. Here's what we're gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do is try to find my spot for the next circle. Okay? Which, look, before I do this part, I'm gonna tell you, it is so crucially important. Once you've gotten the second circle started, that you don't ever bump the disc off of this new centering point that it's on, okay? Because you will never get it back to the exact right spot. So once you get going here, outside of finding the right spot to get started, which can be difficult at times, the most important thing of paramount importance is not letting the disc hit your hand when it comes around, because it's going to start to be further and further closer and closer to the edge, where a lot of us like to kind of like rest our hand, even let the thing kind of drag on your hand at times. You have to absolutely make sure that you don't let your hand bump the disc. Otherwise, you're screwed. Oh, Scotty C, I see you up in here. I'm gonna give you a different. I'm gonna give you to shake that thing. This one's for you, Scotty. You wouldn't shake that thing if you didn't have soul. Alright, so we're gonna get her spinning again. Now, the point where these are gonna meet, these two circles, is at the low point here. So when you're like aiming for that second line, you know that like if you hold the thing stopped when at its low point, if these words are making sense, I'm sure you understand. That's where you kind of want to start. So before I even do anything, I like to kind of find my spot where it's going to just barely hit. You know what though? I think I want to move it a little bit further so I got a little more negative space. Alright, so I'm not letting the brush touch. I'm just kind of lining up where it needs to be. Getting my feel. Oh yeah, this is going to work. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing I did with that second blue fade. I'm going to just start with a pinstripe. Oh man, I think I nailed it. I think I nailed it! Okay, here's the other thing to consider. Like, if you're working with a disc that has a dome plate to it that's kind of domey, like, the disc is lower over here and higher in the middle, like where the dome comes. So, like, if you're just holding your brush at the same height and you can see it here, it's going to be way brighter here and way lighter here because the disc is, like, dipping down lower than the brush was there. So, like, getting that first pinstripe, don't worry about it, but from now on, you need to make sure that the brush is pressed down far enough, the brush tip, so that when the disc spins around to this low point, that it's still in contact with the disc. You can see how, like, I was losing contact with the disc here, not in contact, losing, and then back to it. So with the first line, that's fine, okay? But from now on, I'm going to make sure that my brush, excuse me, is pressed down good enough to make sure that it's always in contact. I won't repeat that a third or fourth time. I'm sure you understand. But I am also going to put my glasses on to make sure that I get right on this sucker. But now that we got our guide, it's a lot easier. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that lines up perfectly with it right there. I was covering it with my head. Sorry, right there. I mean, we contacted it perfect. Thicken that up just a hair. Now I'm going to go up to the top pinstripe, which I'll do somewhere around this range. Yeah, this one doesn't need to be as wide as the bottom band, because I still want to fit two more inside of it, but I do need enough room to make a fade, which with yellow, if you don't have a lot of space, it can be difficult. Okay, that should be good to get us going. I'm gonna put this yellow brush back in here. Alright, new Q-tip for the yellow. Alright, I'll try my best to keep my dome out of the way for you. Alright, that was just one Q-tip of dye there. That yellow went pretty far. Alright, now I'm gonna blend that and work some fade into it. Oh, look at that. I was starting to pick up a little of that indigo. You can see that little bit of it right there. Gotta be careful of that. Okay, now you can see, I don't need to tell you that that doesn't look very fadey. That's what happens with the yellow, it just hits so bright. So here's what I like to do to kind of bring some, oh no, not that one. Yeah, this one. Here's what I like to do to kind of bring it in, to bring a little fade back into it. I'm gonna use another new brush. Yeah, this one. I got out the electric orange here. I'm gonna take a little shape into the bottom with the electric orange. Maybe should have used a brush that holds a little more dye. Let's see, I got a different brush here. Let's try this one. Let's try this one instead. This tip isn't as nice. Alright, that's all I need there. Now we'll go up top. I know it doesn't look perfect just yet, but we're going to clean it up. There we go. Alright, little orange edge. Now I'm going to do some acetone, but with one of these, the littler Q-tips, the regular size ones. I'm going to just smash it right on that. I need some more acetone. I'm going to smash it right on that border between the two colors and blend it out from there. Okay, right back in its home on Emily's dinosaur. Yoink. I like it. Let's do it again on the top. Wait, there's some blue in that Q-tip. What's going on? There's not blue in my acetone, is there? No. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. Alright, let's close the orange. Close the yellow. Get the blue back. Get a pinstriper. Yeah, like this one here. Maybe a little more. This one here. Yeah. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to put an accent pinstripe right in the middle here again. Dig it. Dig it. Alright, now, I know guys, I'm so sorry that I haven't looked up at the chat, basically at all. Todd, I see you. Oh, my main man, Terry Wolf. Terry, I gotta find a really good James Brown sound effect for you. So you know it just got way funkier in here. My main man, Terry Wolf. Oh, I see you, Raul. I'll give you a hey now.
Hey now.
Todd, I don't know if I caught you earlier.
Hey now.
Guys, I'm sorry I suck at the chat. But if you come to these live streams, you know that I suck at the chat. Alright, but here's the good news. This is where things start to get really trippy. Because I'm done with that band. Okay? So, now, we got, like, a side where it connects, and then we got a side with negative space. It's wide side. You want the wide side at the bottom, and you want to move up again. Okay? Like that. Alright, now, this is where things are going to start to get kind of trippy. I hate when I do this. I set it down. Oh, this was orange. This was orange. This was orange. I can never tell from looking at the brush which one it was that I just used. This one here was blue. This one was iris. I'm pretty sure. I know that this one's blue. I'm gonna use it. Alright, you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get my spot again and line it up. I mean, maybe the absolute slightest bit of overlap into that orange, but I mean, if it's the slightest bit, it's the slightest bit. I can't believe that those were two near perfect shots in a row. Okay. Man, this fourth one's gonna be super tight. Not easy working a fade out with a brush this tiny, but I'm gonna do that. I think the Q-tip's gonna be way too much. It's gonna have too much dye in it, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to work out a clean fade with it. There. I'm gonna get a little bit of a bigger brush now that we got a base there. About let's see how this one works. That holds a bit more dye. The tip's just too thin. I know one of you said it. I know one of you said it. I'm not gonna say it. Oh!
Shake your body, make shake your body, make
Yeah, I know, it's starting to look trippy, right? Oh my god. I love it. Slow, controlled drag. Alright, let me do some cleanup. Oh. More fat Q-tips. Little one. Try to get it right on that obvious line. Alright. I'm gonna touch it up more because I obsess. Oh, I think I might have just dipped the wrong brush. It's like right there. I'm feeling good. Blue. Blue. Okay, you see what I'm talking about with the OCD stuff, right? Such a tiny little fade. Since I don't see the colors well, I always like obsess on the contrast. That's what it is. I just want it to be perfect contrast. Alright. Get the glasses back on. My hand almost knocked the disc off. Yeah. Ouch. My arm just like crooked over the edge of the turntable. It almost made me screw it all up. I can dig it. Now we're done with the iris. And let's get some yellow going real quick for the accent pinner. Just brush back. One more hit. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, now we didn't leave ourselves a lot of room here. Okay, I could have, made this circle a little bit bigger and given myself some more room to work with in here. But I'm still gonna try to squeeze a little guy up in there. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing again. I have the open space towards me and the closed space at the top, and I'm gonna move it up. Okay, we don't have a lot of room to work with, so this time I'm gonna get a totally dry brush to kind of find my spot, if I can find it. I'm going to try to do it with my head out of the way so you can see it happen. Alright, this is gonna work. It is going to be tight, 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 tight! But we can fit it in. Again, don't touch the disc. Oh man. How trippy does that look right now? Come on. You know, I don't even think I need more yellow dye. I just need to kind of soften that up a little bit and bring in some orange. That chartreuse is just explosive. I think I'm gonna leave that tiny little dot in the middle there. Alright. Move the orange up over here. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? This guy. This little guy right here. Okay. It is so delicate. Touch up. Alright, now, this is probably risky, but I'm going to try it anyway. I want to put the smallest little blue dot in the middle of that yellow circle to kind of go with that same repeating accent vibe that I've been working there. But it is the most delicate of operations. It can easily go awry. So I'm going to find the absolute teeniest, tiniest tipped brush that I have in this bin. I think it's this one. And try to give this just a little dot. Alright, let's see if I can do it. There's like a loose hair on the thing, wanting to mess it all up. Oh sweet, did that in the wrong color cap. Alright, let's try it again. That's as good as it gets. It's not bad though. That might be the teeniest, tiniest little spin dying dot circle thing that I've ever done. This was blue. Alright, I'm gonna take this and just get the blue out of the orange cap. Alright, we are coming up to like the let's all get tripped out moment of truth here. Cap this stuff off first. Empty the acetone back in. Get my real glasses back on so I can see what you fools have been saying. Oh, hey now, Timmy! Micah Tech, Todd Cannon. What is up? Alright, this guy needs to be centered again now. It can't be too far off the center. Boom. How dope is that? Come on. Come on. How dope is that? And it's not like impossible. You could tell it wasn't easy. Okay? The key is, like I've said 100 times now, don't let your hand hit the thing once you've moved it. You're never going to get it back to the same spot. Ever. Ever, ever. So, like one thing that I did in the past was take something like this and put it here on the turntable so that I could rest my hand on this and keep it higher. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to try some kind of like, you know, platform like that to put your hand on. But that's the whole friggin' show. This one belongs to Chris Curtis. This one here that I did earlier, I think that one belongs to my man Jimmy Seymour. This one here doesn't belong to anybody, so, you know, holler at your boy. Whoa, it looks dope spinning underneath it, doesn't it? That's trippy too. And look, yo, I got like a bunch of these discs from other live streams left over that are still looking for a home, okay? So if you want to get your hands on all these splatter dies, I still got them. I still got this guy right here. I got this one here from these two from when we did the sectioned off spins. So there were people asking about how to get a disc. I'm sorry that the website is kind of a piece of crap right now. I'm getting to it. But, you know, just shoot me a DM or an email and we'll make it happen. I'm trying to get rid of these things cheap. So, alright, all you cats that came and hung out with me, you're the coolest. John, thank you for cranking this stream with a bunch of super chats. You're a total stud. Terry, awesome to see you again. OGest of the OG TDIDI All-Stars. Let's get some, you all definitely should keep doing this. But what we're gonna need is some James Brown to kind of fade us up on out of here. Let me get this guy. Okay, yeah, hit me, James. All you cats. You're my favorite. Till we catch you on the next one.